Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 24 and another part of our Lewis Hamilton career mode. Today we are back with the Monaco Grand Prix. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to it. Fingers crossed we can really get another good result here. Last time out we ended the drought since Abu Dhabi 21. It was an intense finish in the end in Imola. We managed to win the Imola Grand Prix and really enjoyed that. It was a sweet victory. But what that does mean is we are going to move the difficulty up a little bit. We have got some upgrades in the pipeline. Can't do anything with the car right now, but let's set ourselves some goals for the weekend. But yeah, hopefully let's get going. So complete the weekend with no more than 3 collisions with other cars. I'm going to go for the drive 0 miles. I'm assuming that just means get in the car this weekend. Complete a lap using 2 different setups. Reach 170 miles. And I mean, we're not going to do that around Monaco, so it's going to have to be that one. We've got a goal available here as well. Finish in a better position than your teammates. Let's just go for the 174 mile an hour one. 10 laps during the race weekend. That should be fine. Yeah, let's go for that one. And yeah, everything else is fine. So let's advance on and head to the Monaco Grand Prix race weekend. Here we go. Okay. Why is it all red? It all looked red for a second there. I thought I wasn't allowed to play this weekend, but it's all looking fine. I'll go ahead and do practice, and then I'll see you guys for qualifying, the most exciting qualifying session of the year. Okay, here we are for qualifying then. And yeah, ready and raring to go. We had our first crash of the year in practice. Hit the wall, went straight into the barrier, and yeah, not a good look for us, I'm afraid. We are going to put a couple of extra laps of fuel in, but not fantastic from us. It has to be said. Yeah, full responsibility for it, and it's hampered our practice program. It was at this corner here, just went a little wide, got a puncture on the front right, and then went straight on at the swimming pool. But let's take you on a lap of Monaco in F1 24 and see if I can put those demons to bed. Here we go. This is when it absolutely matters. We've upped the difficulty, of course, to 96, so this in theory should be our most difficult qualifying session yet. That wasn't great. Just clipped the inside of the wall on our way through. Got away with it that time though. We're going to keep an eye on that damage throughout this lap. ERS in use through the tunnel. 1:11.9 is the benchmark. I think we'll probably be in the 12 somewhere. That's where I imagine this first lap will be. The final corner. Much smoother final part of the lap, and we head up to the line to 1:12.4. Goodness me, I was looking at the times there, and we nearly went into the back of Carlos Sainz. We're 7th and last at the moment. Zhou Guanyu is out. Okay. So I feel like we're going to have to come back round and give it another go. We've got plenty of fuel in hand, so we'll have a cool down lap and give it another run. But at the moment, struggling. Well, much smoother lap this time. It's going to be about 0.8 quicker as we come through and we go P4 this time. As I say, purple sector 1, Fernando Alonso goes quickest with a 1:11.0. So we're half a second off that sort of time at the moment. But obviously got more fuel to come out of the car. We can actually give it a third run in Q1, and I might do that just to get the eye in a little bit and see if we can improve a third time. There we are then, comfortably through into Q2. Max Verstappen quickest in the end, but going out in Q1, Sergio Perez is the big guy out of there. He had an incident into turn 1. I think lost his front wing, didn't get back out with any sort of competitiveness. So he is out in Q1. Magnussen, Zhou Guanyu, Sargent, and Valtteri Bottas are joining him. Well, this could be an absolute disaster. It has started raining in Q2 here. So this could be our one and only lap at getting this done. Oh my word, that was slippy into turn 1. We're okay. But you can see the rain is coming down. It's making it a little bit damp out there. Come through the first sector split. It's not ideal. Certainly not ideal. And you can see the car is struggling for grip. I have no idea where this might take us this lap. But we're looking up pretty much at every opportunity. Ooh, we nearly went into the wall there. We are risking it now because we know this might be our only chance in Q2. We're just about up on Lando Norris's time. This could be crucial coming into Raskas. A little bit slower than we'd like, but here we come round the final corner. ERS on. We head up to the line. And it's a 13.7. That's a really bad lap. It's a bad lap. Gonna have to recharge the battery and go again. We're 13th and last at the moment in Q2. That rain is coming down. I don't think we can do much better than that. The rain has caught us out here. We weren't one of the first out there. You can see the lights have come on. That's how dark it's getting here in Monaco. It's like the street lights are on. Sainz and Stroll behind us. They must have finished their lap after us. We need to see if we can find something here. Need to charge up that engine.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel
This would
left.
be an absolute disaster going out in Q2 here in Monaco, where qualifying essentially is everything. Right, here we go then. We've just got to go for it and got to hope for the best. But you can see it's getting too wet out there.
P13.
It's getting way too wet. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Well, let's see, yeah, already half a second down. You can see the pace just isn't quite there. And unless it dries up significantly before the end of the session, we are out of qualifying here in Monaco. But yeah, we're not going to find 2.5 seconds, so there's no point really continuing this lap. Let's return. Oh, let's return to the garage. I mean, let's have a look on the off-board. You can see there's plenty of rain. I mean, that has really scuppered us. Scuppered us good. Yeah, it's not really anything else I can suggest. I mean, we'll put a new set of soft tyres on. But the rain is there. Yeah, you can see intermediates are going to be a lot quicker. So that's it, I'm afraid. That is us out of qualifying, I think. I don't think there's anything we can do now. We are out here in Monaco. 2 minutes to go. And it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. We're out in Q2. We're not the only big name. Lando Norris is out as well. Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz. That's Alex Albon who's been getting through to Q3. Both Alpines are through. Amazingly enough, both V-Carbs and Haas and Nico Hülkenberg. Absolutely unbelievable. But we're going to have to try and fight our way through from 13th in the race tomorrow.
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino that first opened in 1863. And of course, a certain road race first held in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of 19 corners, and don't expect to see much overtaking here today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Gasly, Ricciardo, Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Norris, Albon, Hamilton, Stroll, Sainz, Bottas, Sargent, Joe, Magnussen, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, down on the track then, Fernando Alonso on pole position. That's very, very interesting indeed. Okay, they've got us wanting to start on the hard tyre. I actually think we want to do the opposite to that. I think we want to start on the mediums and get a little bit of an undercut going. Because clean air is king round here. So trying and stick with the leaders as much as possible in this sort of first 9 laps and then come in lap 9. We've got 18 laps to then pump in times on the hard tyre. I think that is definitely going to be the way to go with this. It's a bit of a risk because if there's a safety car or red flag, then we're in trouble. But let's give it a go. Let's see how we get on. Let's see what other tyres or other drivers are going for.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out.
Okay, so both Red Bulls on the hards, both Haas, both RBs, and George Russell all on the hards, everybody else on the medium. So we should be able, I would think, to undercut the people on medium tyres. The hard tyres, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, and most of the top 10 starting on hards. So
as the cars take their positions on the grid. with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
But we have to try something different. We have to get back into the points here. That's going to be incredibly difficult from where we are at the moment. 13th on the grid. It's not ideal, so we have to try and maybe jump. Oh, I'm sure he's just crashed into the wall there, our AI driver. We need to try and get past Alex Albon, don't we, into turn 1. But ultimately, we need to keep ourselves clean and not lose any position, not lose any body work. That's the main thing. So here we go then. Lights out, away we go here in Monaco. It's a decent start off the grid, but we had to back out of it, and well, Lance Stroll is having a little look down the inside, and yeah, Stroll has managed to jump us into turn 1. But as I say, we needed to be very, very careful there, and Norris was closing in on our front wing. Well, I'm going to go down the inside of Stroll now. That looks better. He's going to throw it down the inside now. There's yellow flags, but nothing comes of it. So, it's a nervy start down to 14th. But at least we're still in the game. Looks like Fernando Alonso has had a good start. Oh, bit of bodywork damage.
The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
That's just from clipping the curbs there. Now hopefully that won't affect us too badly because there's no high-speed corners here in Monaco, but we'll see. But decent start to this Grand Prix.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it
kept
when you're within 1
ourselves
second of
in the
car
game
ahead
at least.
in the DRS zone.
But not a lot will happen until we get those fresh tyres on and we're trying to undercut people. Trying to go down the inside of Lance Stroll here. It's risky. Going too wide round these corners. He catches the inside there. Going to use overtake through the tunnel. And we are through. That is a pretty decent move on Lance Stroll, and we managed to get it slowed down. So
nice move. Good job.
Now back up into 13th. Got a little bit of clear air to try and close in on Alex Albon. But good to know that two cars can go around that complex of corners. Okay, join me on lap 9 of this Grand Prix, and we are just behind Alex Albon. Wow, nearly went into the wall there though. And we are coming into the pits this lap.
Box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
So it's probably a good job that we've just backed off a little bit. And we're in. Right then, let's see what we can do. It's an okay pit stop, 2.9.
Very nice stop. No problems. Very smooth for Hamilton.
Alonso still leading the way. Gasly up in P5. That could be...
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
That could be our opportunity because he's going to be a bit of a cork in the bottle. For a lot of the guys. I need to get these tyres up to temp and
okay, Lewis,
really
we've
start
got some
pushing.
Clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Okay, here we come up to the line then.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job
So
on hitting that target, mate.
13.3, which is pretty good on the hard tyres, and took 3 seconds off Sergio Perez. That could be our only problem, is that we might catch some of the back markers in this strategy, but we will see. Okay, there's quite a few people in the pits here. Let's see who we undercut.
Bottas is in the pits.
Coming through now. That's Norris. And there's Ocon. And we're just out in front of Norris and Albon, so we did manage to undercut a few drivers. Or 2 drivers at least.
So your ERS
I think that's
is running
good.
a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle.
There we go, we've undercut Tsunoda as well. So that's worked out well now, P11. Well, there we are. We're up to P8 now. So that's worked out beautifully. I don't know who else we've undercut, but that's worked out awesomely. Back into the points now, and it's worked out well. I think Gasly is the one in front of Piastri. So P5 might be on offer today if we can start finding a way through, but it's going to be very, very tricky.
Ease off and make it last.
Well, we have some yellow flags, and it's Fernando Alonso. He's had an engine failure.
Okay, they're out of this race.
Wow, that is devastating, because Fernando was about to win his first Grand Prix since 2013. That is cruel. That is cruel. What it does mean is that it looks like Max Verstappen is going to win at a canter, but yeah, no safety car or red flag, either of which would be fairly welcome to us. Certainly a red flag would be able to put on some soft tyres and really attack until the end of the race. But it's going well so far, up to 7th.
We're catching the car ahead.
We'll certainly settle for that
These tyres need to get us to the end of this race.
if that is where we finish. 8 laps to go.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Here we come then onto the final lap of this Monaco Grand Prix, and you can see Ocon, he is managing his ERS. We've saved some up. We can possibly give it one go into the hairpin. That's maybe where we can have our chance. No, not close enough. So next place is through the tunnel potentially, but I just don't think we can get close enough. But we're going to use our ERS. We're going to put as much as we can on, and you can see how much speed we're making here. And we head down the inside. Can we keep it within the confines of the track? No, we can't. And actually, we've lost out to Tsunoda there. And now we're going to finish 8th. And that, well, I suppose it was worth the risk. Can we go into Raskas? No. Tsunoda just... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, it's been a bit of a disaster. We're going to come over the line in 8th. We had to try something. Maybe we could have got past Ocon, but at least we got back into the points. We tried to gain an extra 2, lost 2 points in the process. We still get driver of the day. It was all down to strategy, really.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
Well, another race victory today. You could clearly see they're driving out there with very little pressure. You know they have the performance, they know they've got the car under them as well, and this has done no harm, of course, for their championship chances.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
There you go, George on the podium, along with Leclerc there. But Max Verstappen wins, and that's a big victory for him. And that'll extend his championship lead nicely. But yeah, not a great weekend for us. Obviously, qualifying difficult when the rain came, but yeah, proud that we managed to strategy our way into the top 10.
What the sport has in store for us next time out. Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
And very much went for it on Ocon dive bomb, but yeah, just couldn't get the car slowed down enough, and yeah, just didn't quite work out. But never mind. Very good performance for Alpine, though, isn't it? I mean, you know, fourth and was it fourth? I think it was fourth. Yeah, fourth and sixth for them. And that's pretty good. But Max Verstappen opens up now a 74-point lead over Charles Leclerc. We are currently in third on 103 points. Carlos Sainz a further 19 behind us. George Russell in sixth, a further 7 behind that. Constructors-wise, we are in third at the moment, just behind Ferrari, who are in second. 194 points for them. It's going to be a battle for second this season in both championships, you would imagine. There we go. We up our experience. Racecraft up to 91. Pace drops right down. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, Russell doesn't get any sort of recognition bonus, which I thought he might do. Okay, wind tunnel engineer has moved up. Material fabrication, very, very close to that. But there we are. Monaco weekend is over. And now into the Canadian Grand Prix next time out. Really looking forward to that. That's going to be a cracking race. Do we have any other secret meeting stuff? Doesn't look like it. Contract performance updates. Yep, tracking nicely towards that, which is very good. Okay, nice. Well, we got plenty of time in between races. We should get a decent amount of weekly resources, able to do some R&D before next race, which I think we need to do now because we've dropped behind Aston Martin again. We need to get those upgrades on the car and get ourselves towards Red Bull again. That would be the ideal scenario. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.